Hey AfterBuzzers, you're tuned into the Vice Principals After Show. Tune in as we talk about the first episode of Season 1, The Principal. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, take it away. Let's have fun fight.
Yeah, rah, rah. High school music. Woo! Hey guys, welcome to the first ever Vice Principals AfterBuzz After Show. Be sure, before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, iTunes, like us, favorite us, all that stuff. Subscribe, listen, watch. But before we get into the episode, hey, we've got Tamra here.
Hey, I'm the co-host today. I'm Tamra Brown. You can find me on Twitter at BrownTamra, and you can find me on Instagram at Tamra_blue.
Yeah, and I'm Kelly McInerney. You could follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo.
Woo.
Yeah. So the newest HBO partnership or whatever with Danny McBride, Jodie Hill, David Gordon Green, they're
The powerhouse, some might say.
Yeah, since Eastbound and Down. Did you ever watch Eastbound and Down?
I didn't actually watch Eastbound and Down. I've caught bits here and there.
Yeah.
So I guess this is pretty good because you did watch it, right?
Yeah.
So we can get a perspective of, you know, their work from a new perspective and from somebody who's already familiar with Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, I loved Eastbound and Down. It was really good. You should watch. It's on HBO Go.
I know I'm gonna love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always meant to. I just never got around to it.
Yeah, the finale is just really good. They have weird cameos, like Marilyn Manson's in the finale. Anyways.
He's cameos in everything.
Yeah.
Let's see if he cameos in Vice Principals, because I would
Maybe.
enjoy that.
Yeah. What did you think of the first episode? Just like random sentence.
Setting the table, as most pilots are, you know, just kind of what this guy does and his name and his dynamic in his family and stuff like
Right.
that. I think we're just kind of just taking the temperature right now, just kind of testing the waters
Yeah,
and
dipping our toes
setting
in.
the table. Yeah, how many metaphors can I say right now?
Oh, right. I was pretty good. I don't know. I feel like because I loved Eastbound and Down, I put it on a big pedestal, and I was like, okay, well, but I'm gonna keep watching it because I have to. No, but also because I want to.
I wonder if Bill Murray's gonna come back. Like, I feel like they used him as bait. Like, he was like the trailer bait, and that's what everybody was excited about. But clearly from this first episode, it's like, well,
Yeah.
are we ever gonna see him again?
It's similar to Eastbound and Down in that they had big cameos, but they would only be there for like a episode or two, like
Okay.
Will Ferrell
Okay,
and
cool.
stuff. But so we start off meeting the principal, Bill Murray. He's leaving Mr. Wells because his wife has cancer, which is a bummer. And he's taken down the flag. We see, I guess there's two vice principals. We know that Neil Gamby, played by Danny McBride, is the vice principal, and I guess Lee Russell is the other one, which is kind of unusual, right?
Yeah, I assume Mr. Russell is gay, right?
I think so.
He reminds me of one of my best friends is a school teacher at LAUSD, and she always talks about at her school the gay mafia.
Oh, yeah.
And so his pink pants and everything reminded me of the gay mafia.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that detail of his character.
Yeah, they're very opposite. Like Danny Gamby is very like he's a divorcee with a wife, just like a man, kind of
And, like,
manly man.
Terrible misogynist.
Yeah. Hates everybody except I guess maybe his daughter.
Yeah, has to mansplain to Miss Snodgrass, like just treats her like she's just a child.
And touching her.
Yeah.
It's very weird. And while Lee Russell's very chatty Cathy, like everybody loves him. And they're they're competing to be the principal, but later they find out actually they're not. There's a new principal, Dr. Belinda Brown, who has experience as a principal. I thought she was a pretty cool character because she's a fighter, as we found out, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I liked her. When she was introduced, I immediately had a feeling I would like this character a lot. And so far I do. Like, you know, even especially when we see her like lay down the law in the end, but I really like her.
Yeah, she really knows how to play the game because Gamby, the first episode we primarily follow Gamby, and we know he's very unhappy about her being the principal. He tells his family, his ex-wife and his daughter, everybody that he's got the job, even though he didn't yet. He even parks in the principal spot, and he just wants to bring her down. He even tries to do a complaint that just fails.
So why is he so excited? Because with all aspects of his character, I would think that he would be the type of person that wouldn't want a job with more responsibility.
Yeah.
So I guess he cares about his job, though. So why does he want to be principal, I wonder?
Well, also we found out that his father was a principal.
Oh, right. That's
so
true.
I think maybe it's that type of thing. Like, oh, my dad did it, I'm going to do it. We don't really know why Lee Russell. I guess maybe, I think he might be the better principal because he's friendly and we see
not, racist and misogynist and stuff like that. Because like so far, Mr. Gamby's, comments aren't all that, and he's not like an Archie Bunker where it comes from an endearing place.
Yeah, it's different too because with Kenny Powers, that's Eastbound and Down's his character in that show. He was similar to this, like very misogynistic and stuff, but in a weird way, you still rooted for him. Like, did you ever watch This Is the End at all?
Yeah.
Where
remind me what that was?
That's the apocalyptic movie with all, like, he plays himself, Danny McBride. James Franco plays himself. They all play themselves. Danny McBride's still kind of a douche in it, but in a way you still love him. He's a lovable dude.
I thought I did, but that's not ringing a bell.
Yeah. And it's pretty good. They have to hide in James Franco's house. But, so he's very accustomed to playing this misogynistic asshole that you still kind of root for. Whereas in this episode, I was like, I don't really connect with you yet. Right?
Yeah.
Did you?
So, like, from a fresh perspective of him in that kind of role, I wasn't... like I said, like, he, the archetype Archie Bunker of, like, the lovable, he's just being... I didn't feel that way about him. I thought he was just being a jerk. So I'm not really on his side yet. Maybe that'll change. We'll see. The best thing about him so far, I think, is his relationship with his daughter.
Yeah, I agree. I liked how he covered her up and everything. It's like, don't want to be like your mom.
Yeah.
So at least it shows that he does have that, like he does care about somebody else other than himself.
I'm like cheering her on at the equestrian. You do what you want. You don't need to listen to other people's opinions on how to put the heel down or whatever he said.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, he's very bitter about with his ex-wife, with Ray and the new husband, even though Ray seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. He seems like he likes him.
Yeah, Ray and Janelle were the only people that like congratulated him on his principalship, even though he didn't get it. But and he's not even nice to the kids. The Snodgrass was sticking up for the
boy, the kid that got in trouble and was in ISS. Yeah,
What is ISS?
I was thinking, I was trying to remember what it was called when I was in high school, because I think it might have been ISS. It was like, do you remember what it was called when you were in high school?
I've never heard of it before.
Like, just detention or...
Oh, that's it?
But they did call it wasn't just detention, it was called something like some harsher name.
Yeah, I know suspensions and detentions, that's all I know. But... ISS definitely sounds more harsher. Maybe because it sounds like ISIS. But that's just for me. So he has to break the news to his family that he didn't get the promotion. They don't mind, which is good because his daughter was super stoked at first. And she seems like a fun character. Like everybody, I feel like most of the people seem great except the one that I was expecting to be great.
Yeah, and I'm not super on board with Mr. Russell yet, right? Either. He seems, he seems kind of a jerk too. But they all seem. I'm surprised this shows how long was Eastbound and Down a half hour or an hour?
Half hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see. Can't wait to find out more about these characters.
Yeah. So he breaks the news to his family that he's not going to get the principalship. He tells the principal that she finds out that he is trying to scheme against him. He tries to, because he knows one thing about the kids is that he could scare them. Like, he doesn't like them, but he could scare them, so he tries to have Matthew do a walkout. Doesn't work. So instead, in a way, he gets punished, and he does driver's ed in the early morning. But in a way, it works out because we find out that the two guys that were duking against each other, Russell and Gamby, decide to make allies because they just want to get rid of that principal. One of them has to be principal. So it was an interesting end. Like, I'm glad it ended on that. Like, okay, so we're gonna see now. We know what to expect.
Yeah.
Because I thought from the premiere, like the previews, didn't you think that they were just gonna duke it out the whole time? I didn't even know there was gonna be a new principal.
Right. And I thought that this whole episode too, that it was gonna be that way. But I guess it's the difference, and we're gonna see them how they both approach. You know, Gamby's more like just doing everything he can to get her out of there, writing the letter to the school board and stuff like that, but Russell is taking the you catch more flies with honey approach, and you know, kill her with kindness. So I guess they're from both angles. We're gonna see which one it works out for.
Should be a good dynamic. I did like how, like, the music kind of set the tone in a way, how it kind of made it like a dramatic comedy, like, oh, they found out, but it wasn't what I was expecting, right? But I still have hopes for it. It's kind of a short.
What wasn't what you were expecting?
Just you know, just I think because I'm a big Eastbound and Down fan. That's why I had like a big pedestal. And even I feel like in the first episode of Eastbound and Down, you kind of see Kenny Powers. He's like a baseball player, retired, and then he becomes like a gym teacher. But you see his dynamic more. You see why he's kind of a bad guy. Whereas we don't really know what's up Gamby's butt. Like, why are you so mean? All like for no reason.
That's so important. That's always important.
Yeah. What did you think? Because you're not from a fresh perspective.
I guess I feel bad saying this, but there's no better way to put this. But I thought it would be funnier.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. There's like parts where it's quirky, but it's not like. Yeah, I just thought it would be funnier.
Yeah.
I guess that's my only slight disappointment. But that, you know, that could change because like I did laugh at certain points. I did. Let's see. Oh, there was.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't write one down. Yeah, but I don't know. There were. I can see like maybe it will get quirkier or who knows what'll happen. But that was my only my only setback. That was the only thing that didn't make me like love it immediately.
Yeah, it was a weird pilot. I get it that they had to set the tone and stuff, but there really weren't that much laugh out loud moments. Which I know like Jody Hill is very much like he's very dark humor, because we were talking beforehand. He directed Observe and Report, which I think is the funnier mall cop movie. Have you seen that one? It's
Tamra's lived underground until tonight, when she came out and reviewed Vice Principals.
Yeah, it's Seth Rogen being a mall cop, but it's dark. So I get the darkness of this, but
it does seem dark. Yeah, you get that.
The humor is. We'll get there though.
Yeah.
It's an interesting first episode, I guess.
I wonder what state this is. They say it's like North Jackson, so is that Mississippi? I wonder what
Florida?
state. Maybe Florida. I wonder what state this is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's
clearly
weird.
the South.
Yeah, because I've never heard of 2 vice principals before. So I don't know how that works, but that's pretty cool. It's funny too because like how he wants to be like his dad. How did he start as a like? Does you have to step up or something? I don't know, but I guess that's about it about the episode. Do you want to talk about predictions?
Let's see.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
For the whole season. We didn't see the preview to the next episode. I don't know if they showed it after, but we didn't.
We had to get in here and get going on this while it's hot off the press.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a prediction yet. I bet Bill Murray will come back at some point, maybe for just another little cameo.
I think that Gamby tries to go on a date with Mrs. Snodgrass. That's kind of an easy prediction, though. But you could tell that he really liked
He was checking her out,
Yeah.
I bet we're going to find out something crazy about Dr. Brown. I bet she's got some, like, either lurid past or, like, you know, maybe she might not be a good person either. I bet I'll still like her, but, like, we might find out that she's an asshole, too.
Yeah, everybody's kind of mean in this show, except Ray and Janelle. Janelle, I don't know, but
I could see Janelle being an asshole.
Yeah.
But I like Ray.
I hope one of them do become principal. I think like we're following Danny McBride's character. It seems like, though it would be nice to have next episode to be about Lee. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. Comment below, subscribe, like us. Until then, though, Tamra, where can they find you on the internet?
Tamra Brown at Brown Tamra on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm Kelly McInerney. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo. See you next week.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.